So, in this YouTube video, we're actually going to walk through how to pitch a location. Say you're intrigued by Byte technology, you really want to take advantage of this market opportunity. The next step is actually to go out and find a location to place your kiosk. Now, this is relatively straightforward. You have an incredibly valuable service that you're pitching into a location, workplace, apartment, hospital, government buildings, the list goes on. The fact of the matter is you're bringing fresh, healthy food into this location, and you need to convey that message and show why they should actually work with you. Um, Byte Technology actually provides a range of sales deck templates and sales scripts and more. But in this video, Lee is actually going to do the pitch himself. And that gives you a sense of how to talk with these locations. So without further ado, here's Lee.
Talk about the importance of fresh food and the service that we are offering to you in your office. So at the highest level, imagine a Whole Foods in your office that your employees can buy fresh food from directly 24/7. And that's what we're providing to other businesses in this area. So what that means is you now have access to fresh food for employees to buy in your office just by swiping their credit card. So it's always fresh with our delicious selection of breakfast options, lunch options, meals, snacks, and drinks, and it's always open. So organizations in this area are kind of rethinking how they approach food. Especially in this post-COVID era, it is essential to limit your employees to any exposure, which means not having DoorDash employees come into your office, not having your employees leave to go to a restaurant, but keeping everybody safe and contained within the office. You want to show that you can support your employees for these basic human needs that they have by providing fresh food in the office. And you, of course, want to promote well-being, and that all begins with having high-quality, healthy food available for your employees. But you're not alone. I know you don't offer any fresh food today, but that could change at no cost by having one of our fridges available in your office. So most companies around the country don't offer anything. There's vending, there's candy bars, chips, sodas. Most employers don't want to provide that. Or there's 100% subsidized, which means giving away food to your employees. It's very expensive. And, you've got Google and Facebook and Twitter that provide that. But the majority of companies, the majority of your peers do not offer a service like that. But what we're offering is different. So this is a refrigerator that we place in your office with technology embedded in it that allows your employees to buy the food directly from the fridge. That means it's available 24/7, so there's no lines, there's no congregating at the fridge, there's no checkout, there's no employers having to police their employees, there's no theft, there's no honor system. And this is an entirely new technology that we're using. So an employee walks up to the fridge, they swipe their credit card, they open the door, and they treat it like a normal retail experience where they can pick items up, they can put them back, take multiple things at the same time. But when they have what they want, they close the door and it locks again. At that point, they can add their email address and they'll get an itemized receipt. And then they walk back to their desk and they can eat their breakfast or their lunch. But we are producing the food, which means it is, of course, delicious. There's instant gratification for your team where they don't need to leave the office, they're not eating fast food, and it's always available. And we are always adding new products. So there's this inspiring selection of local foods that they can go up to and buy at any time. And then everything we do is driven by data. So we see the demand on the back end through a dashboard that we control. So we can tweak the inventories, we can add more of the most popular products and remove those products that aren't being purchased. So like I said, we have got a wide selection of products. We'll stock the fridge with breakfast options, lunch options like salads and sandwiches, snacks and drinks. You name it. If your team wants it, we can put it in the fridge. And these fridges are deployed around the country. There are thousands of them live in offices just like yours, and they have a huge impact. From what we're seeing, about 72% of employees that have access to a fridge use it on a regular basis. 90% of employees that we surveyed said that it allows them to make healthier eating choices at work. And it's a huge productivity boost for your team. our average client saves about 136 hours productivity time per month. You're asking, how do you come up with that number? We know the average employee in the US leaves the office for about 30 minutes a day. That's to grab coffee, to go for a walk, to grab lunch. But if you're buying from a fridge, from a smart fridge in your office, the transaction only takes about 30 seconds. But if you're walking to the fridge and you're eating in the break room with your colleagues and taking your time, we estimate that the average purchase takes about 15 minutes, which means of 30 minutes, you're using 15 minutes and you're saving 15 minutes. So in the average location, if you add up all those 15-minute savings, the average client saves about 136 hours of productivity time per month. And that's the CEO grabbing food from the fridge. That's the office admin. That's the sales rep. That's everybody in the office grabbing food from the fridge. So it's a big productivity win. And as you can see, employees love the food. With each transaction, you're able to provide feedback and rate the food based on a number of criteria. And our average client rates our food about 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is fantastic. We work with clients around the country, from hospitals to workplaces to gyms to apartment buildings, law firms, ad agencies, you name it. There are fridges deployed in locations that are very similar to yours, and they are loving the service. And the best part is, it is entirely turnkey for you. We handle the demand planning. We know what to stock in the fridge. We come to the fridge and make the deliveries at no additional cost to you. All we do is wheel the fridge into place. We plug it in. It starts right up, and your team can start buying food from the fridge immediately. Again, they swipe their card, they open the door, take whatever they want, and they walk away. And then we also share the reporting with you. So our interests are aligned. You want as many of your employees buying from the fridge as possible, because that means it's really high quality, fresh food that's affordable to them and they want to buy. And we want as many people buying from the fridge as possible, because that's where we generate our revenue. And we share all the data with you. So at the end of the month, you can see how much demand there is at the fridge and offer suggestions in terms of food that you want stocked in the fridge. And that's it. It's that simple. When you give us the green light, it'll take us a couple weeks to deploy a fridge into your location. And again, your team can start buying from day one. So please let us know, reach out, and let us know if we can serve your team, your employees, and your office. And we hope to talk to you soon. Thanks very much.
All right. I hope that was helpful. We stepping through an actual sales deck with a location. As I mentioned, Byte Technology provides sales deck templates and sales scripts and all of that. There's no charge. It's just a value add that we want to deliver to our clients and our prospects. Reach out to us at sales@bytetechnology.co if you want to learn more. All right. Thank you.